and welcome to Piano TV. In our last video about chords, we talked about how to identify major and minor chords by ear. And if you haven't seen that, you might want to watch it by clicking somewhere here. And that'll help you get all caught up and understand what we're talking about more in this video, which is how to invert chords. And inverting chords is basically just like jumbling them around in different shapes and configurations. So let's get started. So let's look at C major chord, which are these three letters here, and I assume you're pretty familiar with this chord at this point. The notes are C, E, and G, and these three letters can be rearranged and jumbled in any order, and it'll still be a C chord. So even if we put it so that E is the bottom note, and then we go G, C, even though the first note here is an E, it's still going to be a C chord. It has the same sound. It just has a different arrangement. And since there's three letters, you can configure it three different ways. So if you start with a G, this is just another arrangement of C chord. And that's all it means when I say invert a chord. So let's go to the keyboard and look at this. So I'm just going to show you the different inversions of C major chord on the keyboard. So here's our root position, C, E, G. What I can do is I can make the bottom note an E and take that C and put it on the top. Still a C major chord, it's just a different arrangement. You can see that there's a bigger gap between these notes. And another arrangement, take that E, move it to the top. And this is our third different position of C major chord. And then if you rearrange them again, take the G, put it back on the top, you're back to root position again. As previously mentioned, you can, if you have a three-note chord, so let's just do F major chord as another easy example, F, A, and C. If you have three letters in a chord, you can rearrange the letters three different ways. So F, A, C, we can do A, C, F would be another inversion, and then the other inversion would be C, F, and A. So let's go to the keyboard for that. So we'll do the same thing we did with C major with F major. So here's my root position F, F, A, C. So for the next inversion, take the F and put it on the top, A, C, F. And for the next inversion, take the A and move it to the top. And now C is on the bottom. And if we do that one more time, we're back to our root position F. The main reason to do and learn inversions and to understand them is that when you're playing chords, your hands, if you just play everything in root position, your hands are going to be flying all over the keyboard. So say you wanted to do the chord progression C, F, and G major. You have to do quite a bit of movement, and to invert the chords, you can do something like this. C major, F major, G major, C major. That was much easier, and it actually sounded a lot more natural too, because keeping the tones close together does end up being more appealing to the ear for the most part than flying all over the place. So when you go on Google and you type in like such and such song chords and you look at chords and you try to figure it out, instead of doing everything in root position, try playing around with different inversions because it's going to make it easier to play. Even though initially it's going to take a lot of brain power to be able to do it when you're first learning it, the more used to inverting chords you get, the better you get at it. Obviously, practice makes perfect. So thank you for watching this video. To keep up to date, be sure to subscribe to this channel and also check out the blog where all these videos are posted and more, pianotv.net. Take care and toodaloo.